Hey folks, in today's video we're going to take a quick look at a Dell G5 gaming desktop. That's right, the Dell G5 gaming desktop. Now this one's relatively new, at least in our shop here we haven't had one in before. So I wanted to give you some close-up looks so you can get a better idea of what the G5 system looks like. So let's start out in the front here. You've got a real nice design on the front of the case. Basically got different lines and perpendicular patterns to each other. And then you've got this three-dimensional effect going too, where they've shaved off the pattern at different angles. So it's actually a very nice, clean looking front casing, really interesting design, something that looks good in any kind of room or desk. So I think they did a great job there on the front casing. But let's take a look at what happens when you power it on as far as lighting goes. So you can see one LED there on the power button on the front. And then you've got another LED bar here that changes different colors here. So that's kind of a nice touch. But yeah, overall, I think they really nailed it as far as just a clean, simple design that's interesting, not overdone, really tasteful. Then moving on down to the bottom corner, you've got a Dell logo. This does not light up. It kind of looks like it's lit up right now, but it's actually just reflective. And it is kind of a green blue reflection there that's coming off of here, so that's kind of nice. And then of course you've got your branding for the processor inside. So the G5 series, like I said, it's relatively new, at least in our shop here, but they have a pretty wide range of specs on them. This one's going to be one of your more entry-level specs. You can see it's got the i3, but I think, and I could be mistaken, but I think you can get these optioned out even with Core i9 and so forth. So pretty wide range of specs that you can get on this particular series. Moving back to the front there, you've got, it looks like one USB-C port, and then you've got two high-speed USB 3.0 ports, and then one regular. And then of course you've got your microphone and your line out / headphone jack there. Then your power button up top there, and again your G5 branding and the LED strip. So really nice front on the case. Very clean. This case is a lot shallower too than a traditional desktop case. So you can see they're looking at it from the side there. And let me see if I've got a ruler here too, so we can give you an idea how wide it is actually. Yes, I mean it is right at 12 inches basically. So that makes it easy to fit in spaces where you don't have as much depth. And let's take a look at the top here for the width. So we're looking right over about 6.5 inches. And then height-wise, we're looking at about, so it's just a little bit over that 12 there, plus 3. So let's say 15 inches on the height of the chassis there on the case. The sides are real plain, nothing there really to catch your eye, just real plain. And they are metal, painted. Let's take a look at the back there so you can see all the different ports. And so of course you've got your power supply down here. It looks like it's a compact version. We'll take a peek inside here in just a moment. And then you do have the graphics card here and the PCI expansion ports. Now I'm pretty sure that the previous owner replaced the graphics card on this unit. It's a 760 I think, and we'll find out here when we open it up. I don't think that actually came from Dell on this unit, but that's something you can option out obviously when you purchase it from Dell. But you can see here right now it's got the dual bay on the graphics card, and you've got DVI ports, you've got HDMI, and of course your display port as well. Lots of cooling and heat sink you can see right through there with the fins and everything to keep everything nice and cool. Then you've got nice vents off to the side there, lots of ventilation. It's really important for gaming, so they did a great job adding lots of different vents and cutouts. Even the filler slots you can see here, a lot of times they're solid. They were smart enough to put grates and grills on the filler slots, so it just gives you more ventilation. And then going up the side in the back here, you can see two fans, actually maybe just one. We'll see when we open it up. It looks like one fairly large fan right here. And then you've got your Ethernet jack, some more USB ports, and then 4 of the higher speed USB ports up there. So pretty generous. And then you've got more for your sound there, your line out, your headphone, and another mic jack. It does have a hard drive light up here, which is kind of interesting. A lot of times you put those on the front of the unit, But here they've put that on the back, and maybe so it doesn't take away from the aesthetics on the front there. All right, then it does have a little place to grip it if you're picking the item up, transporting it somewhere. And then you can see here the official model is the G5 5000. So let's take a peek inside and just see what we're looking like inside. Of course, the top, before I do that, is just plain and simple. Again, all the way around, it's just a straight metal casing that's painted black. Nothing too fancy there. But to remove the case, it's just got 2 thumb screws you can loosen up there, top and bottom. And then I'm going to do this one-handed, so basically you just pull back on here and it kind of slides out. So let's take a look and turn it around so we can see inside the unit there. So let me give you a wide view first so you can see all the way, and then we'll push in here. So you can see the power supply is compact, but it fits in there very nicely. It is one of Dell's proprietary parts there that they source from a vendor. And then you can see in the front you've got just a little bit of clearance for some ventilation, and you can see even the front casing with that design, if you can see the light passing through, lots of ventilation. So really smart bezel that they put on the front there. And then going up, you can see your PCI expansion ports. You do have 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, but some of them are different speeds, it looks like. If I can get down here low enough so you can see, yeah, some of them are different speeds. So you do have 4 bays, but you're restricted on the speed that you can do on those different bays. Then you can see directly above the power supply, of course, is your graphics card. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that the previous owner upgraded or changed out the graphics card. So this is the EVGA GeForce GTX 750. And just above that graphics card, you can see this unit does have an SSD in it. And again, this is an entry-level unit, but it is optioned pretty good for being an entry-level. I think it's a 256 SSD there. And then directly above that is your processor. Really nice fan offset at an angle there, keeping everything cool. Giant heat sink, of course, on top of the processor there. Really nice. And then you do have 1 cooling fan in the back there. So, you know, you probably could upgrade this cooling fan if you wanted to and make it a little bit bigger, but I don't know that you need to. There's really a lot of decent ventilation, the way they left everything open in the back with all the vents. Like I was saying before, even on the expansion slots there on the blanks. And then of course you've got your memory banks to the right of the processor here. And so you've got a total of 4 slots. Right now only 1 is occupied, and I believe that's an 8 gig stick. So nothing to write home about there on the memory. Of course you could upgrade that fairly easily. And then in the front of the case, you do have 1 port for a traditional 3.5-inch hard drive, and it is wired for SATA connectivity there. So you can see you do have, it looks like 1, 2, 3 more expansion ports for your SATA connectivity there. So that gives you a little bit of room to expand if you needed to. Then you can see off to the right back here, I believe that's your wireless chipset there for wireless network. And otherwise a pretty simple motherboard here. There is a slot up here, and I'm gonna guess that is for 2.5-inch drives, perhaps. If you wanted to put a larger, maybe a 2.5 SSD in here, it looks like you could do 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken. And you could probably easily just route, it looks like they've already got power for you for SATA, and then you just need some SATA cables to plug in back there. So that's kind of handy that they provisioned for that in a small case like this one. But yeah, really, I think basic, simple, nice design inside the case here. You know, nothing too fancy, but really for a budget-priced entry-level gaming machine, pretty well thought out on behalf of Dell there. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, this is for the Dell G5 gaming desktop, and this one is an entry-level unit with a Core i3, but like I said earlier, I believe you can get these spec'd all the way up to Core i9 and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is an example of the types of items that we buy here at J Brokers. We're a risk-free secondhand marketplace. So if you've got something you're looking to sell and you don't want to have to deal with the hassle and risk of putting it up for sale on eBay or Craigslist or somewhere else, You know, if you want to just avoid all that drama, all the sketchy characters out there, and you just want cash in your pocket, JBrokers is the solution. Basically, you'll go to our website, we'll give you a cash offer on your unit, whether it's a desktop, laptop, really anything over $100 in value that's easy to ship. And then we will give you a cash offer. If you choose to accept it, which we think you will, you'll see all the benefits. You'll get a prepaid label from us instantly online 24/7. And all you have to do is ship your item to us. When we get your product, we send your payment out on the next business day. That's right, rain or shine, we always send your payment out on the next business day. So super fast. And the other thing that our customers really appreciate about JBrokers is we always pay the agreed upon amount for the agreed upon item. No bait and switch gimmicks. So definitely check us out at jbrokers.com. That's JAYbrokers.com. Thanks for watching.